Hello, I'm the Cube Master, and this video will be a guide to solving the 4x4 Rubik's Cube. Before we get going, I want to highly recommend that you watch my video about solving all cubes bigger than a 3x3, because that will really help in solving this, and I will be referencing that video a lot. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so the first step that I do is I start putting all the centers in one side, and usually I do the green side first. Now, in a 4x4, there are no center pieces to guide you, so you'll kind of have to make it up as you go. So first, I'm just going to start by doing the green side here, and when you're done with the center, it should look like this, where they're all the same in the center, and you have to do that for all the sides. What I like to do is I like to line up pieces on these four sides right here, so line up this blue piece with that blue piece, and then when I bring them up to where they should go, because blue needs to go opposite of green, I move those two layers up, and see these two green pieces need to go back down to these two, so I have to move these blue pieces out of the way for when I turn these two down to here. And then I just continue lining up pieces in the middle layers and then putting them up. Now remember, if you try doing it this way, it won't work. So what you'll have to do is you have to line up these two blue pieces with these two blue pieces so that it offsets that, and then you can just rotate this twice and it will all line up in the next turn. Keep this in mind as you're solving the red and orange sides so that you don't accidentally mess up your progress. When you're solving the last two centers, what you'll have to keep in mind is that you turn it 180 degrees, and every time you turn it once, you'll have to turn it back to fix the two other sides that you mixed up. And then you will have all the centers solved. Another important thing to remember is that if you hold the cube with the blue side on top, the red side should always be left of the yellow side. This is not the yellow side. The yellow side is over here on the left of the red side. It's not supposed to be like that. If your cube is like that, you'll have to fix it. And to fix it, you turn the whole bottom two or top two layers twice, rotate both this side and the other yellow and white side, then rotate it back. And as you can see, now it is the way it should be. Once you have all the centers done, then you'll have to pair up all the edges. So what you do is you find two of them, like this green and yellow, and this other green and yellow that are the same, line them up so that you can turn them and match them up like that. However, since the centers are now bad, you'll have to move that out of the way and bring another edge pieces that are not matched up so that you can slide it back. And just go around the cube doing this until all the edges are solved. If you get to a point where there are only two edge pieces left to fix, you'll have to line them up in such a way where the two edge pieces that are the same are directly across from each other, and then you'll have to slide them together. Now this will be the same as before, as you can see, because you're just swapping out the same piece. You move it up, over, and then put it back in so that it's upside down from the way it was before, and then you can slide it back and they will be solved. At this point you can just solve it like a regular 3x3, treating these as the middle pieces, these as the edge pieces, and these corners as the corner pieces. And if something doesn't quite add up with the edge pieces, that's where you'll have to use that flip 15 algorithm that I taught in my video about how to solve all cubes bigger than a 3x3. And if something like this happens, then you will have to perform that swap out 7 algorithm and start that last layer over again. That's my guide to solving a 4x4. Don't click like unless you enjoyed the video, and don't subscribe unless you want more. Goodbye.